very convenient in the language English. We will try to continue with English as much as, but बीच में सर क्या कि गुजराती हिंदी दिल है हमारा, तो बीच में कुछ ना कुछ गुजराती और Hindi we will try to put in, so that we try to keep it lighter, because the subject should not go so very heavy. We do not want COVID to sit in our head and take away all our energy to deal with it, to live with it and conquer it. So this is what is the idea, sir. Again, we start with our opportunity to communicate to you all in whatever way we have as a knowledge, is simply COVID, which has now become a pandemic, but it has also become one of the biggest trigger to start an infodemic.
Yes.
Social media platform, WhatsApp universities and Google University has n number of documents flying in or floating in, which gets us to the information which probably either is not authenticated or which is probably not supported by the clinical evidences or not supported by certain number of experiences, because India is a country of three types of medicine. One is the evidence-based medicine, wherein we always would be very eager to do so that we are not been taken into responsibility of having done something which is not based upon the evidences. Second is an experience-based medicine, जो कि experience के साथ evidence को मिला के किया जाता है, and the third is intuitive medicine. Unfortunately, we have fallen into an era of intuitive medicine in today's era of pandemic of COVID, either because of fear or probably because of improper, incorrect information which has been roped into us day in and out by various sources. So our idea would be, number one, to understand what our human body is, how does COVID come in, what does it do, how can we pick it up at the earliest, and what is it that saves us as well as all our near and dear ones in next 45 minutes or so that we can have a good interactive session on question answer, whatever we want to do it. I'll pass it on to Dr. Darshana to take up further in a few minutes.
Perfect. Thank you so much on behalf of the medical fraternity for this amazing evening to talk on COVID. Yep, I go back to my childhood days, having my father as a lawyer and searching into his library and those AIR and getting onto the judgment, looking at the brief, looking at the case and coming to the hearing wala thing. So both of us today here, we are talking something onto how our human body works. Saying it in brief, we do have a lot of organs that work in synchrony, and that keeps us walking, going, breathing, talking. So Dr. Parthiv being pulmonologist here, I've been a gynecologist by profession, so I've been one lucky enough to look at the life before birth and in the unborn status, wherein we count fetal heart rate that runs in 120 to 160, and when we come out, when we cut the umbilical cord, that settles down to some different number, and that is between 70 to 80 as we look at our pulse, and it works in synchrony with two amazing spongy structure called lungs, and that is a lung specialist pulmonologist. So I request him to talk about the numbers and the function that lung and heart work in synchrony. It's very interesting, sir. Please remember the numbers that he talks, because we are going to talk further onto that. Parthiv.
Yes, thank you Darshana Ben for having taken this further. Lungs are like the vital organ because we live on oxygen. प्राण वायु जिसको कहते हैं, और वो प्राण चलाने के लिए वो वायु जरूरी है, और उसका वायु का वहन जो होता है नाक से लेके श्वसन नलियों, मेन जो हमारी जो ट्रेकिया जिसको विंड पाइप कहते हैं, वहां से होके श्वसन नलियों से होके एक छलनी के जैसा ऑर्गन है, छलनी जो कि वायु कोशों से बने हुए, विच इज मेड ऑफ एल्वियोलाई. वी हैव नियरली 30 करोड़ 300 million alveoli in our lungs, and if we place it side by side and flattening it creates a surface area of nearly one tennis court. आप में से काफी लोग ने टेनिस भी खेला होगा, कोई तो खेलते भी होंगे. So when I breathe in and breathe out, the cycle of breathing in and breathing out is almost of 3 to 4 seconds. Within that much of time, when we breathe in, oxygen is being delivered, and when we breathe out, carbon dioxide goes out. Can we imagine when we breathe in and breathe out, in a minute we are breathing 10 liters of air, and out of which 2 liters, 21% is been gifted for free by God. Every person is receiving 2 liters of oxygen in a minute, 120 liters in an hour, nearly 2,800 liters of oxygen per person. Not only human being, we are talking of all the animals, the plant kingdom also, which has been delivered for free. Those who have had a struggle in getting oxygen, they would understand what value are we talking about.
Yes.
With this in and out movement, whenever the air is getting in, it gets through the nose, which is a filter, which is a heat exchanger. The cold air gets the warm, warm or hot air becomes colder, the dry air will become humidified and the humidified air become drier, so that when it gets in, जैसे कि हमें पानी पीना होता है तो पीने लायक पानी है, उसी तरह से ब्रीथ करने लायक हवा भी होती है, that gets filtered and it gets into a breathable air range which gets inside the lung, which traverses through the airways to the alveoli, और वहां पे खून की नलियों का एक छोटा सा जाला होता है. अगर एक ये वायु कोश है तो उसके ऊपर खून की नलियों का जाला है, which is allowing single red cell passage, one way traffic है. Impure blood comes in, it gets purified and it goes back to the heart. The wonderful thing is, with every one breath, heart has to beat 4 times. So when I am breathing for 16 times in a minute, my heart would beat for 68 times. The reverse is also true. When my heart starts beating faster, I have to breathe also faster. So if I am breathing in an air and out, which is 750 ml on an average for any adult well-built person, I am breathing 16 to 18 times, I am breathing 10 liters. But agar by any chance my lungs get filled up, my airways constrict because of edema or swelling, or if at all I start getting some problem because of my heart, I tend to breathing little faster. And that is what is happening whenever we have any respiratory disease coming into our body. The reason I am spending few 5 minutes here is I intend to provide you enough of information in nutshell, so that if that is happening to me or you will be able to pick it up. So when corona enters, as it enters through air or it enters through a touch, when it enters in our respiratory system, कोई भी viral infection है वो सूजन करता है, it gets to a swelling. So when that swelling comes in, the airway starts constricting, the air cells start getting filled up. So we start getting some choking sensations, we start getting some cough, because चाय बनाने की छलनी में अगर मलाई और चाय का भूका रह गया है तो उसको निकालने के लिए हमें छिटकारना पड़ता है. उसी तरह से फेफड़े की वायु कोशिका में अगर कुछ भी जाता है, it may be even a dust particle, it may be an infection also, we tend to cough. When something is here which is inducing a swelling, we tend to wash it out. So we either sneeze out or we start watering from the nose.
That's basically a defensive mechanism.
Yes, but the important part here with COVID is it has a definitely different behavior. It tends to dry down the nose. So dry nose, dry cough, swelling, pain, difficulty to breathe, and it happens with any infection, fever. These are the cardinal signs we all have learnt over last 9 months or a year. So we are all very well aware of it. The thing to be made aware here is how to see to it that we detect it at the earliest possible. When I am at rest, I may not get it. जैसे कईयों ने आप में से ट्रेडमिल टेस्ट करवाया होगा. When there is a lesser of blood flow in the heart, the cardiologist would say, let us make a person walk onto the treadmill, put it in an artificial stress. And with that stress, if the blood flow is lesser, it will show up some signs. The same thing happens with earlier phase of any viral infection. So is with COVID also. So if I am walking for 6 minutes and then sitting, and after 3 minutes, if I measure my pulse and if I measure my breath rate, I don't need to get even a pulse oximeter in day-to-day life.
Yes.
Not every human being needs to measure with a pulse oximetry. We can very well measure with our own pulse. If at all it falls below 100, provided I am not a cardiology patient, provided I am not in a medicine which may tend to raise my pulse, or provided I am not in a mental frame which makes me aggressive so that my heart rate goes up. In a restful situation, after a walk of 6 minutes, when I am sitting for 3 minutes, having sat for 3 minutes, if at all I have pulse rate below 100, and if my respiratory rate is below 25, it is a simple test for anybody of us, not having any other symptoms like fever, cough, breathlessness, that at the moment my respiratory system perfectly is okay. So with this small information would be valid for those who have respected our body which has been gifted for free. सर हम कार लेने जाते हैं, 15 लाख 20 लाख की गाड़ी होती है, they put in a cap that 5 people only. 6, because of the legal freedom to the lawmakers, they would put it onto a practice that they would put in a challan. The Almighty who has gifted us this body for free, having had thought that we are intelligent animals, we are going to keep 1 kg an inch of every person's height. So if I am 5 feet 9 inches, I am likely to have 69 kgs of weight. क्योंकि we are civilized animal. मैं छाया सर के गया कि इलेश भाई के वहाँ पे गया और वहाँ पे मुझे चाय दी गई. I had my tummy filled, but still because I have to respect, I consume something. Such willful consumptions have added onto our tires, pillars, and that creates an extra stress to our heart, to our respiratory system, to the kidney, which is just 110 gram worth of a structure which is meant to take care of all the metabolites and all the toxins which we produce, which has been washed out by water. Our body is run by water. Anybody who is consuming enough amount of water and passing out good amount of urine would be easily able to keep the environment clean. And if our environment is clean from within, that good functioning environment would be able to take care of any infection, inclusive of COVID. Unfortunately, with the stressful life, we tend to raise our blood pressure. With the stressful life, we tend to raise our sugar. With the stressful life, we don't get enough time to keep our weight under check. With the stressful life, we have any other diseases like thyroid, or it can be any other kidney disease, or somebody is unfortunate enough to have acquired malignancy because of aging, and we are consuming many medications also. So when we are talking now on to the COVID as a specific thing, these are the liked by COVID bodies, जिनको कि कोविड को अच्छा लगता है, वहां पे रहना है, फूलना फालना है, and it produces symptoms which are severe enough to be taken to a hospital. So who is it that who has not to worry for? The one who is otherwise healthy, who is taking restful life, who is controlling all their organs very well, those who are having high blood pressure but taking their medicines and measuring blood pressures regularly, keeping it under control, who are keeping their sugars under control, who are taking enough care for their physical fitness along with certain food, and of course the mindset which improves the immunity. Having coming on to immunity in a quicker way, I will pass it on to Dr. Darshana, because she is the one who is a Heal Your Life trainer and teacher, who talks about the mindfulness on keeping the immunity on.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you. And if I say how human body works in a little different approach that he has said in extension to that, it's exactly like a home or a house unit. Everything has to work in synchrony. He really explained very nicely about the heart and lung synchrony, kidney adding there is liver working, there is pancreas releasing insulin, and so on. Our body is made up of a structure which is bone, that's the pillar, the strength. Then comes pipeline, which is pure and the impure blood that he talked about, and it gets cleared in the lung, which is air filtration plant. Kidneys work as arrow plant to the body, which throws away toxin and keeps the pure blood inside. Now any of this system, if has a problem, it's a complaint filed to the body, and we start having some symptom as summons. For an example, if it's a dry cough because of any sort of virus or COVID, that is probably a local complaint or simple sign. If I do not address to it, it starts flourishing in the body, going to the other system, and then my immunity may struggle. What is immunity? A basic defense mechanism that we fight against any disease. How does it develop? We do have an innate substance immunity, wherein by nature, oh yes, मेरे को कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, that thought and the body work in synchrony. Because it's been well said that every single thought, even if it is unspoken, is been communicating with each single cell of the body. So if I can think that I'm healthy, there are all the high chance that I'm healthy. And that works in ICU, which we will be talking towards the end of the session. And now with the emotional immunity, because World Health Organization says more than 80% of our symptoms or body that gives signal has a root cause in mind or thinking pattern. So that it's well said that if we can change the thinking pattern, we can change disease pattern. For next about 10 minutes, let's have some rapid fire rounds as if it's happening into the court scenario condition of presenting from both the side, from the witness box. And then now putting him in the box first, I would like to ask him, Dr. Saib, when we have COVID attack, tell us 1, 2, 3 signs that someone gets to know that, hey, I need to be alert.
Yes. So COVID attack, unusual headache and fever, that is has been associated with most common symptoms in 95% odd patients as per the data available in many patients now, many countries now. Second sign would be coughing, which is dry, with some pain in the throat. Loss of taste and smell sensation, it has been found to be in nearly 60 to 70% of the patients. And when it is in a later stage, it is breathlessness, pain while breathing, and making any of the efforts, it becomes very difficult. Tachycardia, which is palpitation means filling of heartbeat, that is also been associated with the symptoms.
Second question, the way if somebody invades into my property, I'll go and file the complaint in the court. So if COVID comes to the lung, where does it put that complaint next?
Okay, when COVID comes into our body, it is obvious that it is inducing inflammation. So the complaint has been raised by the fever that yes, now there is a viral infection. While we are talking to COVID, I am specifically, but it would be for any invader, the fever would be the sign. It means that our all immune defense mechanism will start getting alerted. Why it is very important to understand about immune defense mechanism is that whenever there is a cytokine storm, which is one of the very fearful and some of the thought of ki cytokine storm is going to kill. It does not kill everybody. Those who have uncontrolled cytokine storm means we are producing certain chemicals to storm over the invaders. But when that chemical is produced in plenty beyond the need, it gets into the organs like lungs, it gets into the organs like heart, it gets onto the kidney, it starts choking it. And those choking would start creating nuisance to the body which cannot handle. Young bodies can handle, we know it statistically, 40 years and below are low risk, 40 years and below without any comorbidities are low risk. Women per se, out of total 100 women been affected, only 23 to 24 develop significant symptoms. The rest are all okay. Gender specifically, chikungunya likes the women और COVID likes मूछों वाला. हम कहते हैं कि COVID को मूछों वाले अच्छे लगते हैं, चिकनगुनिया को पूछों वाली अच्छी लगती है. The lighter way. So those who have been keeping mustache, they are not, but all human, male are to be taken as भरत दवाई सर की मुझे अच्छी लग रही है यहाँ से. So looking at that, it is something like the gender specific because we are genetically built up like that. So when COVID comes in and it starts creating throwing those kind of symptoms, it is utmost responsibility on our own part to remain alert, but not to remain fearfully alert.
Absolutely. So that's not fearful alert does not mean that we are not taking caution. One has to be fearless, but at the same time following all the precautions and guidelines that comes. So now it gives a notice that hey, I'm there and there is a fever. So next, if one does not deal with it, it starts spreading. And if I do not get good response, or if I feel that I am right, I'm truthful, and still I have lost the case, I'll go to the higher court. So that if COVID is not only happy with the lung, you do not work well with it, the treatment doesn't work well for that patient, it's the higher court to go, and then it involves other organs, and then comes
Cytokine storm.
And
yes.
along with that, I want to ask him that when I present evidence to the court, for my truthfulness, I have to have all the evidences. So which are the evidences in terms of COVID that comes from pathology lab?
The first and foremost or the gold standard evidence is detection of antigen of COVID in our body. When COVID enters, it enters from the nose and throat, and that's the reason we try to trap it over there. The rapid test, it detects when the antigen is in a higher number or higher percentage or higher quantity or concentration. Volume. So if I am a symptomatic person, my rapid test has been done. If it is positive, I do not need to redo any other test, even RT-PCR. It's a criminal waste of national revenue by repeating RT-PCR in somebody who is rapid positive. Because you already have enough number of viruses there, which has been picked up by a not so very sensitive test. Specificity is very high for rapid test. So if rapid test is positive, the person is COVID positive. If rapid test is negative, but still my doctor says that, or if I am saying that I have a cough, I have breathlessness, probably I have had a contact with a COVID positive patient, I need to get myself rechecked, then rechecking is being done by a RT-PCR test. RT-PCR is a more sensitive. 68 to 72% of the COVID patient in first week will get positive. But still there are 28% of the patients who may not get positive. That is where is the role of CT scanning. Before that, we need to do a simple X-ray test, and if my simple X-ray test shows that there are shadows which are in the periphery, which are in the bases, which are likely to be with COVID-like virus, then probably I may need to go for a further evaluation like CT scan. Not every COVID positive patient needs to be taken for a CT scan just to see the severity or its presence in number of segments in the lung. There are two different systems, one is 25 and one is 40. This has been used by many radiologists as per their protocol what they use, and what we are measuring is in how many segments has the COVID virus entered or traversed. Like ट्रेन में 25 डिब्बे हैं, हर एक डिब्बे में 50 सीटें हैं, अगर मैंने 5 डिब्बों में 5 सीटें एक सीटें बुक करी, it doesn't mean that all 5 bogies are filled.
Yes.
It is just the mere presence or entry of that virus into those many segments. It does not mean that the lung is fired up for that bed, those many segments, the patient is nearer to death. Once again, that is very important to understand even in RT-PCR report. RT-PCR report में जो CT value आती है 12 से लेके 32 तक 34 तक, the higher the CT value, higher is the propensity of disease? No. Higher is the severity of disease? No. It is simply on a given point of date that was the concentration of virus in the nose and throat. अगर ये रास्ता रोको चल रहा है, if it is on the boundaries of the state, on day one when we check it over there, we will find many people over there. But once they enter inside the capital, you would not find anybody on the boundaries. So these are the boundaries. If my virus has traversed inside, I may get it 31 and 32 here. Still my symptoms are severe. So it doesn't mean that my viral load is low, so I'm not going to have severe disease. So it is a myth which is prevailing that the CT value is proportionate to the severity of disease. No, it is not so. Very important here would be, since I'm trying to run through because the minutes are running fast, virus loves to reside inside our lung in our bases. Lung base and the back part of the lung. Now, very important thing here to understand is human being is the only species which sleeps on the back. We are all sleeping in supine position. If you see all other animal kingdom, गाय, बैल, कुत्ता, बिल्ली, हाथी, घोड़ा,
उल्टा सोते हैं.
they all sleep on their tummies. When we are sleeping on our back, the lower part remains low and the nose remains up. So there is no drainage out. When we are sleeping on our tummy, we are allowing it to drain out on a natural way of drainage, and that's the reason anybody who has had COVID, not only COVID, even H1N1 swine flu, even bacterial pneumonia, we advise them to do awake proning. जागते जागते ही आप उल्टे रह के सोइए, your lung would start getting cleaner earlier. Take steam inhalation because COVID loves to dry down our organs, and our organs 60% is body is water, and it is the water which runs our body. Dehydration, lesser amount of water, drying down of airways, it will allow more swelling, it will allow more stability to the invasion of the virus, and it will allow collapsing of the alveoli, which otherwise will remain open and which will breathe in. As the alveoli collapse, हमें अभी पता है कि 10, 12, 15 दिन के बाद फाइब्रोसिस भी शुरू हो जाता है, and the lung volume starts getting receded, it reduces. So when we are keeping lung moist, when we are taking steam inhalation, we are doing gargling, we are drinking enough amount of water, roughly 50 ml per kg per day. If I am 80 kgs, I drink 4 liters of liquid every day, provided my cardiologist has not said not to do so. If my heart is weak, I don't drink that much of water.
If the kidney does not allow,
There
there is no medical contraindication in that case. This reminds me of something interesting, that if viral load and the report and those numbers, when people get tracked into it, and in today's era with the overload of information, every person talking on phone and using WhatsApp University has kind of become a COVIDologist. No, even in the doctor's waiting room, we keep seeing patients talking about, आपका इतना लोड है, मेरा तो इतना था, इतना हो गया. Now coming back to that point when Dr. Parthiv is ready, that if I want to present a case with my truthfulness and putting my viewpoint, if I have few more evidences to collect, I'll ask for the date. So in that case, if the next date I come with new evidence, tell us the number of days and the dates that you put forward to get the repeat test done.
Great. So if I am COVID negative, if I am suspected, I need to repeat it after 48 hours or at the first sign of next new symptom. अगर आज मुझे सर्दी खांसी हुआ, अगर मेरा आज कोविड टेस्ट नेगेटिव है, 2 दिन के बाद मुझे फीवर शुरू हुआ, I am supposed to be retested. Probably at that given point of time, it would have been other virus. Still, there are many other viruses, there are many other bacteria. COVID is a very small percentage of total disease burden in terms of all the diseases
Even in current day.
Even in current day. But if at all I am suspected to have that fear, that I should do it at least after 48 hours up to 72 hours. And if by 72 hours again, that is from day 1 to day 5, if I have turned out to be negative, or even if I have come to in a contact with a strong COVID positive patient in within next 5 days, if I have isolated myself and if I have turned out to be negative in terms of the symptoms, it is likely that now it is not COVID, because COVID would show off its presence on the surface not later than 96 to 120 hours, that is 4 to 5 days.
Yes.
Till then उसके बाद वो छिपा नहीं रह सकता है, उसको ऊपर आना ही है. It is just like any, like whales and all, they come out for the air and then go down and then to the surface. Now coming on to what other evidence is, we do blood tests, we do X-ray, we do radiology investigations. While we are doing X-ray and radiology investigations, my shadow cannot tell what kind of a shirt and coat you have put in, whether it is blue, red, yellow. It is just simply the description done by a radiologist or somebody whose eyes are knowing how to read that CT scan would know that this is likely to be a viral infection which mimics like a COVID type shadows. But still we need to prove that that is a COVID infection. Most of the time when we redo the test and the shadows match, there would be a presence of COVID. But there are certain blood markers which will tell us what is the severity of inflammation it is doing. CRP, C-reactive protein. If I bang my head with somebody, still my CRP would go up. Second is D-dimer, which is very fearful for most of us because we are talking of clotting. If I had had an injury here, my D-dimer would go up. D-dimer up to 1500 is normal for a pregnant woman. Dr. Darshana is a
Yes,
gynecologist, she would
very
endorse that. It talks about microcapillary circulation getting stalled or getting hold or some clot formation happening. No D-dimer or no CRP or no even LDH. LDH is another parameter that is talking about the alveolar injury. If my LDH is higher, it means my alveolus is getting injured by the invader. It can be COVID, it can be non-COVID, anything. CRP, LDH, D-dimer are the three most common markers which are to be used. Interleukin 6 on day 1, 2, 3 does not have anything because it is the kind of chemical or a kind of an marker which starts rising on day 4, 5, 6 after COVID starts getting more systemic. So if I am doing interleukin 6 as my COVID battery of profile, I am wasting money, I am wasting a kit, I am wasting national revenue.
And systemic money, it is going out of the lung from the local area to the complete system of human body and progressing to the other organs. So my question was that only, that when we have repeated dates, when finally you will give that judgment that hey, you are absolutely fine and you can go out and go and you can't infect others.
Government has changed the guidelines, 7 days asymptomatic or 7 days with stable markers or 7 days without symptoms typical of COVID, I am out to be. Previously it used to be 14 days, now it is 7 days.
With or without mask?
With the mask. Mask would be always for everyone. We'll take that question later. Now, talking on to if I have turned out to be COVID positive, what is it that we need to do? How do we treat ourselves? There is a lot of debate about the efficacy of remdesivir, efficacy of favipiravir, the two antiviral medications. Then comes something like tocilizumab. I'm going to take up step by step everything. First and foremost thing, it is our immune system which would control any viral invader, any bacterial invader, even tuberculosis or any disease portion. So if I have good amount of protein in my food, if I have good amount of liquid, if I am taking enough rest, and rest, why is it so important? God forbid if I break my hand, the orthopedic surgeon is going to put in a plaster over here. The reason is that it does not move.
Immobilization.
If it is not moving, it is going to heal. I would request every one of you when you are talking next time, not now, put in your hand over here and just feel what is the amount of vibration we create while we are talking. The moment we talk, our voice box starts vibrating. The vibrations go down to the windpipe, it goes to the every wind tunnel inside and even to the air cells. Every talk I am putting in, every word I am speaking, I am getting inside an amount of air and throwing it out. With that movement, I am increasing that much of movement. I am increasing that much of opportunity for the virus to go inside the depth and create its footholding. The most common problem the medical fraternity is facing in COVID era, the patients keeping on talking on the mobile phone. Relatives calling on, तेरा saturation कितना है, temperature कितना है, heart rate कितना है. It is not a heart attack situation. It is not going to kill within a minute or an hour. It is the person remaining respectfully in masterly inactivity. ये कोविड इज जस्ट लाइक दैट भालू. पंचतंत्र की बातें होती है, उसमें एक भालू होता है, दो दोस्त चलते जाते हैं, सामने से भालू आ गया, दो में से एक was fit, he ran away, and the other one like me was not able to run, but he had read that पंचतंत्र की बातें. He just lie down on the floor on his tummy and held his breath. He played like a dead body and Balu thought that it's a dead body, ran away. COVID is just like that, respectfully getting inside, masterly inactivity, no activities, no stressful situations and proper hydration. Any virus, typically not of COVID, any virus is going to die down. So what we treat with is the supportive treatment and paracetamol, because it is the fever which we need to bring down. But it is very important to understand, कार के radiator में पानी नहीं है तो गाड़ी गर्म होती है. The same way we need to hydrate ourselves well. If we have hydrate, we sweat well, the body is going to go cooler. Keep your organs cool, it is going to function well. Every organ inside, kidney, heart, liver, intestines, they need to be kept cool so that it functions well. It can pass down the storm or pass down the stressful days of 7 to 10. COVID is little sticky virus. Common influenza virus, हम कहते हैं कि दवाई लिया तो 7 दिन, नहीं लिया तो 1 वीक चला जाता है. COVID takes 2 to 3 weeks. It's little stickier. So we have to be careful for 7 to 10 days.
True.
Now if I am high risk group, if I am having comorbidities, I need to use antiviral medicines so that the viral replication starts getting retarded, it is reduced. 2 में से 4, 4 से 8, 8 से 16, 32 जो replication speed है उसको कम करने के लिए favipiravir, which is an oral antiviral, और remdesivir. The typical criteria for using remdesivir is somebody throwing fever 100.5 and over, somebody who has tachycardia, somebody who has started showing sign of hypoxia, means the oxygenation started going low, or somebody who is breathless, or somebody who is not able to tolerate antiviral medications orally, or who has had taken this treatment but it has not sufficiently controlled the disease. That is where remdesivir starts. There are a lot of debates on its efficacy. We have had enough of evidences and enough of experiences also. Given on time, antiviral medications, if once I detect that there is a virus, would be required to be started in 5 to 6 days when virus is in active replication phase. It is just like raining and I am putting in an umbrella. 7 दिन की बारिश के बाद बाढ़ आ गई, बाद में अम्ब्रेला का कोई काम नहीं है, बादल खुल गए हैं. Then what we have to do is the rescue boats. जो बाढ़ आ जाती है, it is just like cytokine storm. When cytokine storm comes in, we need to use rescue boats like tocilizumab or steroids. People have been using steroids on day 1, which is not needed because it is the viral replication which has to be controlled. Steroid starts getting useful when day 4, 5, when we see that there is lot of inflammation, there is lot of fever, there is lot of cough, in spite of having given antiviral, and the markers have started going up. CRP started going up, LDH has started going up. In that case, steroid can be used. Steroid once used, we need to keep a check on sugar, we need to keep a check on blood pressures. Unfortunately, we do not do that at home, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 150 करोड़ का टैग नहीं है सर कि ये इट इज वैल्यूएबल बॉडी. कार का हम ऑयल कितना है, पानी कितना है, टेम्परेचर गैज सब लगे हुए हैं, यहाँ पे नहीं है. एंड वी डोंट कीप दोस गैजेट्स आल्सो.
It doesn't come with manual ना, बच्चा पैदा हो जाता है उसके साथ मैनुअल नहीं आता है, so we just abuse it most of the time.
So if at all I am getting a viral infection, I am obliged to see to it that I take care of myself. Even it can be done at home. More than 80% of the patients are being taken care at home. But there are a few people. Now I would like to draw an attention to somebody who are called as, जिसको अभी दीपावली गई, हम पटाखे जलाए, कम जलाए because there was a restriction. But उसमें अहमदाबाद में स्पेशल रॉकेट जलता है जिसको गांडिया रॉकेट बोलते हैं, the headless. The people fire it and just release it. It goes in any direction. कभी कभार वो रॉकेट अपने घर में भी आके फूटता है. So the youngsters who are not remaining symptomatic, they bring in the COVID virus because they don't put on mask, they do not do social distancing, which are non-facts. They come and give it to the elderly, those who are very old, those who are having diseases, or pregnant women, and they start suffering. These are the high-risk patients wherein we need to act fast on the treatment aspect of it. Having taken to somebody to a hospital, having treated with oxygen, having treated with the treatment and everything, there is a set of tests which is required to be tracing the effect of virus in various organs. किडनी पे असर होती है तो एसिडोसिस बढ़ जाता है, लिवर पे असर होती है तो एसजीपीटी बढ़ जाता है, ब्रेन में असर होनी शुरू हो जाती है तो या तो हेडेक होता है, तो खींच आनी शुरू हो जाती है, हार्ट पे असर होती है तो उसके मार्कर्स जो है ट्रोपाई करके एंजाइम होता है वो बढ़ता है, एंटीप्रोबीएनपी बढ़ता है. So as per the configuration of the person's health, body and the need, every person would be subjected to different battery of tests.
So it's a tailor-made approach.
Yes,
we can
and
say.
every human being is not made out of a factory कि मेरे 1800 डी डाइमर से मेरी जान चली गई, उसका मतलब कि आपको 1800 हो गया तो आपको भी हॉस्पिटल पहुंचना है, जबकि आपका ऑक्सीजन नॉर्मल है, आपको कोई अदर सिम्टम्स नहीं है. इट मे बी ए मेयर वेरिएंट ऑफ ए नॉर्मल वेरिएंट टू ए पर्सन हु इज नॉट सो सीरियसली सिक. So we cannot generalize numbers, we cannot generalize treatment, we cannot generalize approach in every COVID patient, but yes, there is a broad classification on high risk, low risk, mid risk, and accordingly the treatments have been offered.
Common mistake people make is when they are isolated or quarantined. That isolated patient, considering that my test is positive and I'm absolutely fine, why can't I walk in the room? I do have in 2 apartment, I have moved to the other apartment, I am just walking for 45 minutes and I can do it, there is no problem. And they are the people, they get into trouble very fast. So there are small little things like this which usually is not even talked to the doctor. They keep reporting about the oximeter, they keep reporting about the fever, but they will not say that I have ordered pizza and I am eating and inviting new infection, or I am walking and not giving rest to my body. So rest is the miracle cure in many of the cases. And as he mentioned that it's not the Xerox copy. Every human body is an original edition published by God. So the custom-made, tailor-made approach to manage this COVID infection in human body is also to be considered as gold standard that is created by a doctor for that particular patient. So copy paste of the prescription is not recommended. One more question onto that copy paste, because people send the prescription on the WhatsApp, कितना तो मेरे को मालूम है डॉक्टर साहब और कुछ लेना है, and sometimes even they'll consume tablet and will not talk to the doctor. So I have a question for him, that if somebody who is acquiring COVID for some reason, and if they are having already some morbid conditions like blood pressure की दवाई चालू है, thyroid की दवाई चालू है, कोलेस्ट्रॉल की दवाई चालू है, एस्पिरिन चालू है, तो वो सब दवाई उसके साथ कैसे लेनी है, and do they interact happily or they cause any issue?
Great question, Darshnaben. Yes, all those medications which are ongoing should be disclosed to the treating doctor. सर प्रॉब्लम ये होता है कि मुझे HCQS कोई देगा और उसको पता नहीं है कि मेरी QT प्रोलॉन्ग करने वाली कुछ दवाइयां चालू है.
That's an ECG marker.
That is an ECG marker. The people who have lost life because of HCQS are those who had a QT prolongation. QT is a marker on an ECG, and QT prolongation happens with a fluoroquinolone group of antibiotic and HCQS when given together in those who are using heart rate controlling medication already. So if that has been done on a cut, paste and copy, people have lost their life. The reason behind asking this question. So I should be honest enough to disclose everything I am taking to my doctor who is going to treat my COVID, because it's a very intense situation, because we have number one is the fear. 60% is the disease and 40% is the psyche. अगर मेरी psyche fearful है तो सर disease हाथी के ऊपर अंबाड़ी दिखेगी. But if my psyche is good, if I am always confident that I am going to come out of it, the disease is going to cut down by 640. It is going to be a very smaller insight over the disease, which is going to be taken care of. So positivity is very much important. But the thing here which we intend to discuss is about isolation, what you say, isolation and quarantine. If I am COVID positive, I am residing in a room with attached bathroom and all my amenities, that is called as isolation, because I don't give it to others.
Yes.
But my family members are quarantined because there is a suspicion that probably they have had a contact.
So how many days they have to be quarantined?
Now 7 days, previously it was 14 days. 7 days asymptomatic otherwise, to the one who has had a close contact with a COVID positive patient, has to be remaining within the room and arena. Unfortunately, what is remaining is, sir, if I am COVID positive, my family members who take my reports and take it to another doctor or third doctor or fourth doctor,
They keep moving.
they keep on moving. And they probably are, if at all they are healthy ones who are carrier, they don't develop the symptoms, they give it to others. So keeping them under quarantine within the room or within the house, it is also equally important, so that we curtail down. Now they arise that we have come to a time wherein it is in the community, so it is very difficult to curtail everybody's movement and cut it down. But we, as an honest citizen of the country who is well learned and trained, probably we would try to do this for our own family,
Yes.
so that by any chance we do not hurt anybody without having had taken that as an intentful hurting or something.
So true. And there comes a point wherein if I do have a car driver, the cook that comes to my home, the guard that may be on my gate or who is in the office, if any of them have cough or if they go on leave, वो 2 दिन की छुट्टी लेके गांव गया वापस आया, सैटरडे संडे वो घर जाके आया, मंडे को when he is resuming duty, am I at risk? वो घर से लेके आया होगा तो
That risk would come in only and only if he is in contact with, there is somebody who is in COVID positive in that.
if he
area.
doesn't report आके
If he
तो
doesn't report, then it is still the day one is not going to be the day one to probably pass it on to you.
Okay.
Day 2, 3, he will allow enough amount of replication of the virus, and then he or she would start throwing it. So somebody going home on Sunday and coming back on Monday, probably we are at the least risk rather than would be at the risk on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
So Monday
those are
टेस्ट कराने का मतलब है कि नहीं?
Generally not, but yes, it prevails upon the as per the guidelines that is being followed.
All right.
I think, ma'am, we are 8:17.
Yes.
I would
So we are taking about 45 minutes and open for discussion. You may put your questions in the chat or we can unmute and start talking. Thank you so much one more time for giving us an opportunity to share what science tells, what observation by such experts talks, and what do we look at the people.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mehta and Dr. Thakur. I may now request my brother judges who have any questions, and then we'll go to the officers of the registry, then the principal district judges, and then the family court judges. So my judges who have any questions may please unmute their mic, and Justice Chhaya, Justice Padiwala, in order of seniority, if I proceed, Justice Belaben Trivedi, Justice Gokani, then Justice Anjaria, Justice Ashish Desai, then Justice Paresh Upadhyay. Nobody has any question? Anyone down the line, any other honorable judge, my brother and sister judges, you have any questions?
I am Viren Vaishnav.
Yes, brother Vaishnav, please.
For example, if you're on drugs like aspirin, etc., does that mean that, or on some medication or blood pressure, that we are on medication, skip a medication by mistake for a few days, does it expose us to the risk of infection?
Sir, your audio was not clear. Sorry, could it be repeated?
Justice
First?
Vaishnav,
Yes,
could you please come closer?
we are already, if we are already on blood thinners like Ecosprin,
Yeah.
or a light dose of medication for blood pressure, etc., no complaints, no, etc., or other complaints, does that add to the factor of an exposure to infection, especially if you are going out early in the mornings for
Morning walks.
morning walk?
Sir, the risk of exposure on this planet Earth, every human being has the same. Whether he is taking any medication for diabetes, blood pressure, kidney, liver, anything. The risk of exposure is the same. The risk of relativity to have a disease at a greater extent varies as per the person's own immunity. You are going on a morning walk, it is going to improve your immunity. But immunity sir खाली एकदम morning walk से नहीं होती है. उसके लिए अच्छा खाना भी खाना पड़ता है, प्रोटीन भी लेना पड़ता है. मूंग, मोठ, चना, राजमा, सोयाबीन, उड़द प्रोटीन्स है. नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड जिसमें प्रोटीन मिलता है, मिल्क में प्रोटीन मिलता है. आयरन रिक्वायर्ड, iron containing feed, veggies are required. With that, if we keep our immunity on, you don't have to worry for, yes, blood thinner is a very good medicine, and mostly those who are 50 and over, probably with dyslipidemia or with diabetes or with hypertension, for one or other, they would be on a blood thinner. So it works as a blessing in disguise in the moment.
Perfect. So it's all about diet that nourishes every moment cell repair. So protein helps, and then the nourishing diet here. Rather than looking at the breaking news, I keep saying it's exactly also one more thing required is an emotional detox or digital diet. Remaining away from the breaking news, negative news. उसका diet नहीं जाएगा तो भी immunity बढ़ेगी.
Sorry.
Very good.
Yes, thank you.
Other, my honorable brothers, sister judges, or koi?
Yes, sir, I would like to have one question.
Yes, Justice Gokani.
I would like to ask to both the doctors how much the yoga, meditation, pranayam, etc. would help in this.
Yes, madam, thank you. It's a brilliant question, and unfortunately, in our country, we do not have that kind of a synchrony to talk on yoga and allopathy. So we may not be talking something on the evidence based in this case, but as far as meditation goes, I personally, being internationally licensed Helio-Life teacher, otherwise, more than 80% of our prescriptions are along with affirmation and most of the time customized meditation. So there are thousands of patients this time. They are on to the WhatsApp audio clips that we have generated together on putting patients' anxiety down, and that help increase immunity. So definitely pranayam, yoga, any kind of meditation that can work very well in positive sense, not only in COVID, but any other infection. Thank you for asking this.
Thank you. And can we have that video, what you're saying? Can you share it with us?
They are audio clips. Yes, we can share it with you. We will connect and share those audio files. And as far as videos goes, we are happy and proud that we do have 111 episodes. That amounts to about more than 100 hours of such education, which is available on Facebook, on the Facebook page dogonmission.net and Dr. Parthiv Mehta MD.
Just to add on, madam, to your question, we have conducted a great study on impact of music in COVID, on the COVID warriors, corona warriors, on the patients, and that too on ICU patients. It is about to get published in Lancet because it has been accepted. It was a study which was done pan-India with the help of an organization which is working on such other add-on to only allopathy or Ayurveda or homeopathy, but these are our golden values which we have been having it in the past. And it has proven beyond doubt that the control of vitals, reduction in oxygen requirement, and the sense of well-being and improvement has been great when music therapy has been added on into such kind of treatment modalities, and it works wonders. So yes, yoga, pranayama and all these values would be, we feel that yes, it is something which requires to be incorporated in every medical treatment, not only in COVID, but every medical treatment.
I keep playing good music when even the baby is coming to this world and the mother feels very happy about it. They remember after many years that मेरा बच्चा ये सुनते सुनते पैदा हुआ था. Those are the things.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
have one question.
Yes,
sir.
You might be aware that we are working from home. We have virtual courts, so there would be number of visitors. Staff would be there. What precautions can we take to avoid this situation? We are taking, but you may suggest some more precautions we should take.
Great question, sir. I had to address this at the end, but good that you have brought it out. Thank you so much for bringing this up. If at all, I am sitting besides Dr. Darshana, we are not talking to each other. I am throwing my flow this way, she is throwing that way. But I should be honest enough to tell her that yesterday I had sneezing, I had coughing, I had fever, or my wife or my son or my next door neighbor had COVID detection and I had met him or her yesterday. So number one is honest confession by everybody who is visiting us, to see to it that they have not come into consciously not come into a contact of a COVID patient. Number two, very important, is I have to assure that the person in front of me has put on a mask. Person in front of me, why? If both of us have put on a mask and if we are within 6 feet of distance for up to 7 to 10 minutes, is now proven beyond doubt. If both of us we have put on mask and if I am COVID positive, there is 1.5% chance that still I may pass on that COVID through my blow of whatever I am talking, whichever kind of mask I have put on. N95 is a rebreathable mask that is to be used when we have to put it for long number of hours, because it allows breathing in and out also. But when there is a surgical mask or triple ply mask, CJ sir has put in, or even a simple cotton mask, still it would be able to hold on for certain time. But if I have put on a mask and if I am COVID positive and if I am sitting in front of you, Justice Desai sir, in that case there is a chance that since you have not put on a mask, I would be able to pass on infection to you to about 70% instances. So if you have put on a mask and if I have put on a mask, the chance is 1.7%, 1.5%, which multiplies multifold if I am COVID positive in that case. So the person sitting in front of me has put on a mask, I am reducing my chances of getting infected. So 6 feet distance, hand washing, making it sure that they are in a full sleeve clothing. The reason is that our skin, which is a living surface, would allow that invaded virus to live in and replicate also to a certain extent, because the virus cannot replicate on its own.
And if by chance if you have done this,
yes,
it gets an easy entry to respiratory system.
It comes through that, it comes through touch, it comes in through our eyes. So sir, 6 feet distance, minimum contact time with unknown people. There is something called as a bio bubble. Your staff, your PS, your guards, your family members, those who are routinely visiting you, they can be in your bio bubble. But everybody who is walking out, going away and coming back is also coming in contact with another biobubble, and that is where the contamination, that is where the infection would come in. Not to get frightened, if I am keeping myself healthy, if I am taking enough rest, if I am taking enough liquid, if I am doing proper cleaning, madam ने जैसे कहा था yoga, the same way neti kriya, steam inhalation, I am trying to shed off whatever possible colonization is here before it replicates, before it gets inside. Daily twice or thrice cleaning of the throat, steam inhalation, it is always going to help us out to take it away from our body.
So like quick disposal of file ki tarah, quick visitor has to get out, reducing the time to be in touch, keep them 6 feet away, and even while using escalator, people like us who are going away, going to the hospitals, using public spaces, दूसरे इंसान जो सामने आ रहे हैं उसको मास्क पहनना, बोलना, that is also for our safety, not only for their safety. So sometimes we just say अपना कर लो ना यार, सबको कहाँ सब जाएंगे. No, their wear is equally important for us. So when both the parties wear the mask and 6 feet distance, less than 10 minutes, the transmission possibility goes down to 1.5%, and that is just negligible.
And very important now is that we are now in an era of community spread, wherein subconsciously probably we would have acquired the infection and we probably have developed some amount of antibodies also. So the question comes in, if at all I have had an infection and if I have developed antibody, am I free to go in the world anywhere? I am free to go in the world anywhere for sure, but I am also becoming a spreader who will bring in the virus without getting affected, means no signs of infection, no signs and symptoms. I'll bring it and give it up to somebody who is probably elderly or who is probably immune compromised or who is probably not keeping so well, and I'll become a reason for that person to lose life in that case. So if I have had a COVID, if I have recovered, still I am obliged to keep my mask on, do hand washings properly, do hand hygiene, and also keeping in the social distancing.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
G.
Post-COVID precautions, please suggest something, because of suppose person is positive and then after 14 days or something, what required to be precautions required? This is last question.
Question, sir. Post-COVID precaution is something very important. The COVID is such that it drains down all our immunity. It is like a mobile phone wherein we have made our battery get drained out because there are few apps which has come in.
Backend mein chal rahi.
Or probably the flashlight has gone on and it has totally drained out our battery. COVID in 14 days, it has been known to reduce immune functions to nearly zero. Not truly, but nearly zero. It means that we are vulnerable to get new infections also. So if I am into a high age group, which is 60 years and over, or if I am below 60 years, but if I am obese, or if I have had a cardiac disease, or if I have had a diabetes, wherein I fall into a probable immune compromised group, it is just like my next door neighbor has gone to US and somebody has stolen the gates. दरवाजे निकाल दिए, बारी निकाल दिए, गाय, बैल, कुत्ता, बिल्ली, बिच्छू सब अंदर आ जाएंगे. The same way, secondary infections, which are creating a nuisance in post-COVID patients.
Because they get an opportunity.
Bacterial infection, viral infection. So the people who are recovering from COVID and who fall into high risk should be immunized for sure against influenza and pneumococcal. 5 years for pneumococcal vaccination and influenza, which is effective for minimum 1 year, should be done to ascertain that in the winter days which is coming on, or in future within 1 year, we do not acquire newer airborne infection, because the virus which has already created scratches on the lung, it has put in its signature. किसी के हाथ में वो गुजराती में कहते हैं हिरागणी, कांच काटने वाला, अगर कांच को खरोच कर दिया है तो उसमें धूल जाएगी, उसमें डस्ट जाएगी. The same way, the lung which has already had a few dents, which will allow those bacteria and virus to go inside and create a new infection. Number one. Number two, post-COVID, I am losing my vitality of my lungs. So we always do check-up of a lung function test, which is called as pulmonary function testing. We do an X-ray. X-ray is going to talk about the dents, what are there on the lungs, and the lung function test is going to talk about the functioning capacity. गाड़ी की body के ऊपर 4 dent है, लेकिन machine अच्छा चल रहा है. We are not much worried. But once having done that, we establish the functioning capacity of a person, and based upon that, we guide to a person how much of exertion within next 1 month or 15 days do they do. Unfortunately, because we do not have those many markers about ourselves, we tend to get into an exertional activity and we try to subconsciously, without our notice, sometimes we hurt our organs like kidney or lung or heart. Post-COVID exercise is very, very important. There are lung exercisers, which is called as an aerobica or incentive spirometry, which helps our muscles to regain the strength. Lung जो है, it cannot open up on its own. It is just like a balloon. Smaller balloon which is with a thin wall, even a child can blow it. But if at all the child is given a thick walled balloon, child would have to exert a lot. Post-COVID, lungs become like thick walled balloon, so our diaphragm, our muscles have to exert. So to reduce that thickness, there are some medications which are antioxidants which are to be given. Plus there are some exercises. जैसे मैडम ने कहा yoga, there is an exercise schedule, stretching exercise, yoga, pranayam, Surya Namaskar, everything. And there are physiotherapy sessions which are being given specifically to the people who require to remain on oxygen for a long time, who have lost their weight heavily, those who have lost their physical capacity to do their day-to-day works. They would require physical therapy, rehabilitation program, and also require to be given some support to the heart, because heart and lung are like husband and wife. If the lung has gone weak, there is an exertion on the heart. Heart may not get weakened. For that we need to give cardioprotective medications also.
Perfect. And I have one more question. If it's post-COVID, person is absolutely fit and fine, not having many symptoms, can they go for playing tennis or gym or treadmill or badminton, whatever they were doing before? When do you give that green cheat?
Great. Generally, it has been a thumb rule that first week after I resume, say it is 14 days of isolation is over, I am otherwise not having symptoms. The first week I resume should be 25% activity to my before COVID era. Next 2 weeks would be nearly 50% of the activities. Then week 4 would be 75 approximately, and then I go back on my 100%. If I feel physically I am fit, I am not getting tired, I am not getting other symptoms, my heart rate is not rising, my pressures are not going up and down, my sugars are behaving fine, it is nearly 4 weeks after having completed my so-called asymptomatic isolation or post-hospitalization, it is little more than that.
Perfect. So from your side, sir, anybody of you, if you have any query, confusion, please come forward.
Sir, I would like to have one more question. With regards to the mask you said about different kinds of mask, would you recommend a particular kind of mask, especially when one goes out and all? What is it? Because we all been so much used to the cotton mask. Do you say that it really protects or it does not at all?
Ma'am, any mask would protect you provided the person other side has put on the mask.
Okay.
By and large, there is a lot of myth going on. The cotton mask can not protect you from the virus,
That's
but it is
right.
to be understood that when the virus is coming, it is not coming as a bullet. It is come as a floater in the air. It is not coming with a pressure. It is just floating and sitting on the mask. The problem mask does not protect is the cotton mask allow larger load of viruses and bacteria remain there. I touch it and then I get it into my nose or my mouth. But if I am very cautious about putting on any mask, but keeping my hands clean, not putting my mobile anywhere outside, allowing that mobile to catch that virus and bring it back to my pocket, from there I bring it back to my body, to keep my keys and my pens within me. So the problem with us is that we are always used to putting our hands on unknown surfaces. We have to carry our hands, our organs within our vicinity. We always would have, the medics have a habit of putting our hands on the back side. So we are for sure that we are
don't
not
touch
allowing,
anywhere.
it doesn't touch anywhere.
And when we do this while talking to the other person, even just as this I was asking, that patient when they come to us, I'm sure आपके वहाँ भी ऐसा ही होता होगा, दिल से दिल की नीचे उतार के बात करें, आप अटक जाओ बोलना, उनको साइन से बोलना है, पहले इसको ऊपर चढ़ा दो. So cotton mask or this mask, it's about the entry point, and the other thing is not touching on this surface many times. Even while wearing it this way and minimize the touch on the mask is needed. And when we remove it, the moment you go home, just put it in the soft water. उसको साबु के पानी में 30 सेकंड डाल दिया, बात खत्म. So you may keep changing mask. मॉल में जाके आए, ग्रोसरी लेके आए, रख दिया, बाहर जाके आए, रख दिया. You may have 5, 4, 6 whatever mask needed, and that is going to protect you. So it's nothing like cotton protects 10% and N95 protect 90%. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
N95 specifically is for a long-term usage for the medics who remain inside the PPE kit for 8, 10, 12 hours. So that rebreathing is less. So the carbon dioxide elimination is good. So the person does not. But still, there are no studies that this and the other one intends to increase the carbon dioxide. Very important second thing is, by using such disposable masks, we are
Oh,
increasing
yes.
the burden of pollution, and it is a biomedical waste which has to be disposed in the terms of a
Biomedical waste.
We are finding masks on the roads. People have been just throwing it away. That is creating a bigger menace, which is a man-made menace or man-made disaster, rather than using our simple cloth mask. We are reusing it. We are not creating a nuisance to the environment.
More
as well as-
bio-friendly, more environment
Yes.
friendly. And with this August gathering, I would like to put that here from our side is that the PPE kit, the mask, the caps, the gloves that people wear. We doctors have been by laws putting it everything under Gujarat Pollution Control Board, maintaining all the guidelines. And in this era of COVID, everybody is throwing gloves here and there. वो कुत्ते लेके जाएंगे ये वो. So the plastic and the latex, the garbage that society is creating is actually very, very alarming. It's high time we need to have some guideline for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, doctors.
Continuation to what was
Thank
asked.
you so much. You have a question?
Sir, one more question.
Yes, please.
See, we in the High Court, our staff goes every day, right from March 23rd or 26th probably. Today, for example, 602 staff members have entered the High Court premises. Secondly, except Rajkot, Vadodara and Ahmedabad, rural and city civil, we have two courts of a district judge level in Ahmedabad and Surat. All other courts have started physical hearing system again. What special precautions do you suggest for our courts and our staff members and our judges in particular?
First and foremost is the air circulation should be very good. The problem is that in case if we have a closed air space, it doesn't mean that we do not keep the air conditioning on. We can keep the air conditioning on, but there should be an air cycle which should be maintained. The courts which are not air conditioned, keeping the windows on and keeping the proper circulation. If I am sitting on the dais, if there is a fan which is on my backside which is throwing the air from my backside towards the people who are in my front, I am making it sure that that air curtain is reducing possible transmission of that virus which is coming to me through air droplets. About the court and the files and the documents, there would be good advisory which probably you would be having more than what we can share about how long to keep the file and how to touch it and how to take care of it. And social distancing, sir, which is remaining still the biggest weapon
Safety
against,
measure.
as a safety.
And the honesty of every single staff. If they have any kind of sneezing, fever, having family member positive, having attended a wedding and somebody meeting there who is positive, and they come to know that मैं उसको परसों मिला था आज वो positive आया, they have to come and talk to you without fear of being scolded or counter questioning क्यों गया, कहाँ गया, कैसे गया, okay positive है, चलो what next. So their honesty and honest confession at entry point in the court will be very good. Giving one more simple tip that we doctors do for our staff, if they have common cold, sneezing, fever, पड़ोस में कोई आया, उसको 5 दिन का छुट्टी दे देने का. Say them in 5 days if you become symptomatic, get yourself tested or send it to Dr. Mehta and take more guidance. So honesty there matters the most.
All right. We've taken enough time, doctors. Thank you so much. And you made it so interesting and so easy for us to understand all the technical details and everything with statistics and data and everything. I think it has been very useful for all of us, and all of us will definitely follow the instructions and the knowledge that you've imparted today to us. And in case we require your presence again, we will again trouble you sometime. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank both of you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.